more football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
8. Alert! 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 56! 56! What is that?
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Chris Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bills 7, Jets 0.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Fields going to run. And he wisely will throw that one away. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
50-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Look at this Buffalo defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
11.
From the gun, here's Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Now Fields. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down steps to put this offense in precarious position. You know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Hall again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Fields going to run. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To the air, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he... Just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Bills at 9-2 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's Allen to throw it. And complete right side to Cook. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Look out!
Allen off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
From 10 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off play action, Fields. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 14 yards. That's good for Jets. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hall again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at the yard.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Isaiah Likely.
29 yards.
And the Jets take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. with a fifth most in one season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Bills 21, Jets 10.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fields. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worry about traffic coming out on the other end.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right.
There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a good to Hall up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Past the 20. 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-17. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Going deep here for Watkins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Here we go, tonight. Green 19, judge what? Tonight.
Hall want to give up the middle.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets have taken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Half 85, half 85. Middle, 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 middle.
Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to move back in front. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod. And you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know this.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Angel, here we go. Right.
Here's Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll give the Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hall again on second down. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now they'll send the tight end in motion left.
They'll run with Hall. But he's able to break out a one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Bills 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Allen. Going deep here for Watkins.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Second down and 10.
Now a second and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. 319.
Allen going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing now is Allen. He'll try and do this himself.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
35. Jets 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
Here's Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Allen now looks to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A final shot before half for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Calvin Austin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
42. Jets 31.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they trail here. They're not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Give to Hall running right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Here we go, slap. 222, 222.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Allen. And he finds Austin complete.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8
hold
at the 44-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he fakes his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. To try here for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
One play action, Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Fields pass. Intercepted.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
56.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Allen.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? Let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. It's right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Makes the score, Bills 56.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Wow, an even 200 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Adonai Mitchell, 34 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys. They never want to see their guy get hit.
Jets 39.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, he shoves himself free. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup that leads to a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14
15 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 40 yards. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this one complete to Smith. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Cook running right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
56, 56. Round 80.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this one's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 and 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Allen to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there.
as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
39.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10. To throw is Fields.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his sixth catch and a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Fields is intercepted for a third time. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
The CD, they're up big with They're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Alert!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And got his man complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills had 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. This no good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And this throw will be intercepted. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
To the air, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Calvin Austin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The Bills are lining up for a
Allen will try to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
score. Bills 82, Jets 39.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball again on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, and close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
18 Rattler.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This time, Griffin will throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Now Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brings up second and 8 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
Regular. Look out.
Allen. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Alert!
13 yards on the play. And the Bills.
Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Half 85.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do it, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ready.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On second down, here's Smith again. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
now Griffin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way to the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On third down, here's Hull. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bills, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.